Ladies and gentlemen, do we not have a fly in the ointment? BMF Season 3, Episode 7 has revealed set picks before it comes out tonight. And what the hell we got going on here? Terry facing some Rico Suave dude, all while Cougar Draws is in the background looking like she half naked, watching, smiling. What the hell could that be about? Don't ask me. But we also got, have you ever wanted to know how to become a reality TV star? Well, we got one. My man T Streams, his show 313 has finally been released on the Indie Soup Network. We'll talk about that. We'll talk to him and show you how to get it. That all starts right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms. I'm up early.
That's right, y'all. You're in the building with y'all knowing, all loving, all feeling, all seeing, all powerful. Damn all everything. Sexy as hell host. Ladies and gentlemen, warming up in the batter's booth. The starter for the team. Man needs no introduction. It's the big homie. T Streams in the building. What's going on, brother?
What up, though, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good. Happy to have you. Happy to know that the show is released. And we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Indie Soup and what you got coming next. But before we get into it, you are a Detroit native.
Yes.
So T Streams, have you been following BMF this season?
Yeah, I've been checking it out, man. I'm a BMF fan.
Okay. Well, T, they released some set picks. And since you've been following the show, let's take a quick look at the picks they released and let's see if we can deduce what could be happening. Let's take a look.
I'm still repping the have-nots. I made a turn around. I just wanted the back shots. I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms. Yo. You know I will let the 9 burst. West Coast mixtape, kiss my Converse. Before you play your part, gotta read your lines first. Before it's in your heart, gotta be in your mind first. Getting my prayers in, I'm just trying to do what the Lord says. Slimmer fitting Dickie sitting right on the Cortez. You could tell a winning, yo, just look what the score says. My man will be home, pending on what the board says. They know the champ back, getting the camp back. Buying more AMG bins with the slant backs. Album is out now, I'm hearing them chant that. You know it's heroin whenever I stamp that. Know how I do, niggas. You know that I chew niggas. Seasoned veterans or one of these new niggas. Gotta be kidding me. Can never get rid of me. Even if they kill me, I'm still a epitome. Boss of the back block. Talking that crack rock. Any controlled substance. I was the mascot. They did the bow ties. I did the ascots. They hit
the... So, T, let me... Inquiring minds want to know. You're a Detroit man. Let's see if you can figure out what's going on. I ain't going to use all the pictures. I'm going to just pick a few. When you see this right here going on, right here, you see Meech in a Missouri car. You see the PA brother in his car, and they looking at something. What the hell do you think is going on in this scene, T?
Man, look here. Whatever it is, it got to be trouble, man. For those that don't know, you know, I was born, raised, and grew up off of Puritan. So, you know, that was the affiliation that I was with as a teenager. But, you know, when these guys came on the scene, I had long left. You know, I left Detroit, moved down south back in 94. So 95, I mean. So I missed a lot of that stuff there. But whatever it is, if they teaming up with them and some of my homeboys who still 40 and 50 years old, still fooling around with the Puritan and stuff, you know, they may give me some slack about it, but if they fooling around with them, it's about to be some trouble.
Yeah. Folks, I 100% agree. Something is going on over here, whether the police coming, whether folks are shooting. When they stop and they staring like this, something is about to go down. So, yeah, post your comments. Let me know what y'all think on that. T, what do you think about this? You see what looks to be a distraught mom, a Saudi. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She looked like she a little distraught. What you think done happened, T?
Somebody was probably hurt, shot. She looks like she has that look like I have no understanding. My baby, she has that look on her face.
Yeah, this mom has a look. She's got that sad stink face. The sad stink face, like kind of like I'm sad, but I want some revenge too. And she's being consoled. So I'm with you, T. Something doesn't happen to a family member, and damn it, her ass wants some revenge. And we'll see if it goes down like that tonight. All right.
I don't remember those hairstyles, man. Good grief.
I love it. Love it. Now, what we got going on right here with Nikki? Is she about to get her panty draws up at the age of 13 and just took her first birth control pill?
That's what it looked like. She playing the scary role because of what happened to her old little sneaky link. And after seeing her mom, do her little thing and peeping it all out, I think it sort of gave her little rite of passage to sort of explore a little bit. And so she's going to jump in that water.
Oh Lord, no, you didn't. Wait a minute, T, come on, man. No.
Man.
After what Nikki saw last week with the delivering of the birth and all that, you think she about to give it up?
Yeah.
Damn. No, Nikki, no, Nikki, don't do it. No, Nikki, no. Okay, I got two more for you, then we'll move on. You heard my opinion of this. Now, what do you think is going on? Let me give you let me paint the picture for you. T is standing facing some Rico Suave dude who looked like he lived. You got cougar draws in the background with something where her breast is out and her belly is out. Breast and belly is out.
Yeah.
Kind of smiling. Is this just some kind of regular bar situation? Do you think she knew this dude? What you think is going on?
Yeah, man. So I'm really not even sure who that is. It could be another connect or something.
Okay.
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 I'm not sure. Okay. But you know what? I like the way they really poised Southwest Tito with this.
Yeah.
They have him a little bit more controlled than what Michi is. And so,
you think so?
I think he's a little bit more controlled than Meech.
So if you had to pick one of the two to lead anything you're doing right now, you pick Southwest T over Meech?
So here's the thing. And so Meech was pretty much, he's like the charismatic face of things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's cool, and then a lot of times, especially in that business, is not. It can get you, that mouthpiece can get you in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
And I do understand that at the time when they had their downfall, it was through Southwest T and his telephone. It's I just think he was a little bit. I just think he was. They played him as a little bit poised, a little bit more calmer, more like on the business savvy type thing. He wasn't really like in real life, he wasn't really like the flashy type.
Right.
You look at him now, he's still, dressed regular and still worth, several $million.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All
right. Post your comments, y'all. I'm with that. You heard my opinion on this right here. I think this is more than just some regular dude showing up in a patent leather coat at the bar.
Yeah,
last one.
He might be some type of real connect. Maybe it's territorial. I don't know.
Or it could be some old boyfriend from Marquisha's past, and once you get them old draws, it's hard to let it go, boy. Them old draws do you right.
Throw her to the side. and she keeping it on the
Right.
Well,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude our discussion of the picks and what we think is going to happen. We're going to move right along into talking about T and his reality show, what it takes. But first, I got to do my own commercial, y'all, which is this. Go on over there to my TikTok shop, y'all. Subscribe. And when you get there, you see that little thing that says showcase. That is where you can find deals like Amazon way cheaper because TikTok shop is now sending you items. So, for example, I showed y'all this yesterday. You can get this 4K camera, TikTok shop, ladies and gentlemen, $50, and it works great. And let's just say the 4K camera ain't your thing. You can get this video game emulator that has every game that was made on PSP, Game Boy, and all the other handheld games. $25. All you do, subscribe, click on my showcase, get the deals. So, T, before we let you jump in here, let me give them a little trailer of what's going to be happening on your show. Ladies and gentlemen, his show is now rolling on the Indie Soup Network.
Cheers.
These are the links. These are the links. I posted links. They'll be in the video description. There's going to be a couple of more links you can get it to. You can actually watch the first episode on YouTube for free. But let me give you a little clip of what my man was doing on this show.
From our own home front right here into Detroit.
313, 313, 313.
Detroit be the name of the city where we pop tags, wearing Cartiers, getting litty. It ain't only shooting bang in the city, but more money, more problems. Ain't just a phrase if you dig me. It took some struggles just
When we first got off the planes and departed, we went to go pick up our cars, and then we came to acquire the house.
I got broads in Atlanta. She's a in the family.
First time being around a lot of cars over 150, 200. No. Specifically over $250,000. Luxury exotic cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Rolls Royces, Bentleys. You know, some real ATL, LA type stuff that you don't really have in Michigan, Detroit.
All right, T. Talk to the people.
Superstar.
Hey, bro, you a superstar. You just don't be trying to hide. Folks, this is the face of a superstar. Let me show you this shit right here. This is the face of a directed superstar. You hear me? You heard me? Then the dude is a model on top of that. So don't let T-Stream fool y'all, okay? He's that dude now. How did this opportunity come about for you? And what do you feel like you've learned from just coming from bare bones, starting your own reality TV show?
Man, well, for the most part, man, it's really, really difficult. And, you know, we work through unconventional means, so it takes a whole lot of work, constant grinding, constant moving, and all types of stuff, man, in order to get this stuff to go right and to flow like you need it to. And so, you know, it was a blessing how everything happened, but just to be able to keep things sustained.
When we first got off the
It requires a lot of sleepless nights, very long days, a lot of traveling, a lot of phone calls. I was already on my computer half of my life. Now I'm on the computer the other half of my life. So it's very, very time consuming, and very difficult. But, I've always been the type that once I get involved with something, I try to go ahead and just follow it all the way through, the good, bad, and ugly, and just see what the outcome is going to be. And so we was blessed with this, and it's this whole thing right here. We're only the third episode into the first season, man. It's been opened up so many other doors for me in different avenues, like you say, the modeling and stuff. I got an international commercial for Delta Airlines coming up, where if they like me, I may just be the face of Delta, sort of like Jake the State Farm man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
look, because Delta love to suck you down for that first class money, and this right here This look like a Negro that would sit in first class, ladies and gentlemen. This don't look like I'm sitting in the back of the plane, folks. So yeah, Delta, make this brother make him the face of first class.
Man, you know, I tell you, when they first approached me, they was like, so who referred you? And I was like, or how you hear about us? And I'm like, because they just called me. It's like, you come on in. And so apparently somebody referred me to them, and I have no idea who it was. But they called me, and they never did tell me. And so, I went and did a few tests, and, showed them my walk, and let them see a few different sides of me. And, they signed me right there on the spot.
Wow.
They signed me right there on the spot. And, it was like, and I know it says modeling agency, but they also do, this right here opens me up because it's national representation. So, so they're bound to call me like, say, the new Transformers movie is shooting in Idaho. We need you to go down and audition for it. Can you go? Blah, blah, blah. And then here's your tickets. Go. And so it's, it's one of those things. And so, I'm like, but dang, I'll be 50 on my next birthday. So is modeling just coming out and starting at 50 years old? I mean, you help me understand, because I don't want to get involved with anything that's going to be a waste of my time.
Right.
And so the first thing they said was, look here, men your age definitely has a market.
Damn right.
And you could be the face of that market.
Damn right.
And that's when they went off and asked me would I be interested in doing a Delta commercial. Of course, I'm interested in doing whatever it is you want me to do. I don't know if I'll do Depends commercials or not, but Delta.
It depends on how much they pay. It depends on how much they pay. But shout out to your brother, man. That's good looking right there. They making a smart move bringing you on board. Like that age group, even though, because first of all, you don't look nowhere near that age. So that's one thing. But you've got so many of us who are around that age or approaching that age that are doing big things, like Shannon Sharp. He's 55. He's kind of in that range group. There are a lot of Kevin Hart is like 45, something like that. So yeah, that is the age range right now to be in. And they're gonna do the world a solid by bringing you on board. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. Now, for those that want to get a feel of 313 versus everybody, tell them a little bit about what the show is about. You taking your crew all over America, finding what's hot.
Yeah, so basically the general concept is to the show details, my life, my businesses, my business practices, and how I coexist and interact with my family and friends. And so we adopted the whole Detroit versus everybody concept by trying to share and explore Detroit culture with every place. That's why in season 1 you see us in Miami, you see us in Atlanta and stuff like that. And so my aim is to actually take the whole crew and film in all 50 states and the islands. I want to go everywhere. I want to be everywhere. We want to explore and intermingle with different cultures, and see how life and business goes in those areas. Mm-hmm. So it's a different approach, and I took that approach because the cast is family and friends, and for most reality TV shows, there's a lot of smut, fighting, destruction of marriages and relationships and all this other kind of stuff. And and I'm like, look, these are my friends, these are my family. You know, we ain't trying to be beating up on each other. We ain't trying to be throwing no drinks in each other's face. So we're going to have to find some other ways to entertain if you want us to, to pursue this option. And if it goes well, we'll continue it forth. And that's how it came. I think that was the actual part that caused them to be like, yeah, let's try it. Let's see what you can do. Because, I told them, I said, we didn't want to take the smut approach. I mean, like, if me and my man's been cool for 25 years, what the hell we look like fighting over a girl or fighting and throwing drinks at each other? Nah, we're not gonna do that.
Oh, I like this, man. Like it.
Yeah.
Now, as you said, are you talking about the Indie Soup Network?
Yeah.
Okay. So, folks that you didn't know, the Indie Soup Network is a platform where you can go and get creative content. They pretty much put my man T Streams on, and the links for them is right here, which is also a link for the website. There's a link for their YouTube. There's also a link for the very first episode of 313 versus Everybody. It'll all be in video description as well, so that you don't got to go look for it. Now, T, what made you want to partner with Indie Soup? Let me give them a video of what Indie Soup is all about, and then you can answer that question.
Okay. What's up, man?
Come on, go back.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. So with Indie Soup, like prior to that, you and I was both having our conversations about getting involved with the whole TV and movie process, and so they wasn't even on my radar. Matter of fact, when we signed with them, they wasn't even released. They recently released March 24th. And so I sided with them because it was a platform exclusively for indie creators, which that's the category that I would fall in. And then two, they were so surprised and elated with our Miami episode, which was not even an episode. It was a gift to my wife. That she just called me and asked me like, hey, can you make more content like this? And of course I was like, sure. And then and so that's how that came about, and that's why I went with them. And
okay.
So,
it's always scary working with a new company, a pioneer company. You're a pioneer and a trailblazer when you get on board with someone who's doing something brand new.
Yeah, and they consider me a founding creator, and then we've been blowing those numbers up like crazy over there. So so with that being said, and that was just 2 episodes in, because the third one don't air until the night. She was like, hey, man, they're loving you guys over here. Do you mind if we show your stuff on Fridays as well? And I didn't say no. I'm just like, sure. Go ahead. It is, for me, it's more exposure, and it helps me for my goal in the bigger picture, the grand scheme of things, which I'm moving towards. And so we just give them a shot, and so okay. And so, with season 2, we'll be on more platforms. We'll have something over there, but we'll be on more platforms, increasing our reach, because we have a goal and a quota to meet in order for me to be successful in my goal.
Exactly. Speaking of bigger platform, ladies and gentlemen, I have an idea what he's talking about, because we talked about this before he got involved with any of this stuff. And I've had the good fortune to talk to this brother about something that he's going to try to do in the future, and I'll possibly be working with him. My man is a horror guy. He loves horror film. The next natural phase for him, people, would be to get into horror. Now look at this. Hush, directed by Taylor Todd. We know him as T Streams in the Streets. Probably not going to be fall 2024, but we might start filming in fall 2024. Here's a cover for you. This shit looks scary as hell, y'all. I get Blair Witch Project vibes. I get dark country house vibes. I get a place where black folks don't need to be at night vibes. T Streams, tell the people about your future ambitions of filming your first horror picture.
Well, this here, man, is more than a passion project. This right here was going to, I believe, solidify me in the entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot going on with that film right there. So much that I had to push it back because I, increased the budget, actually doubled it, so that we can do more with it.
Right.
And so so this right here, excuse me, this right here is one of those projects that I just can't wait to start shooting. Man, you should see me, man. I'm in the books, I'm writing. At this point, I did such a number on the script. I'm actually co-writer now. And so, dude, I did a number on the script.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. You trying to get it where you want it at.
Yeah, and so this gives me a chance to tap into that part of me that I really, really like. I'm a hardcore horror fan.
Mm-hmm.
Action is what gets me going. And when you have there's very few black horror filmmakers that's actually trailblazing, and so I want to be able to cast my name in that lot. And so this is definitely a passion project of mine, and I can't wait to see it into fruition.
When you talk about black horror filmmakers, I can only think of three. Akilah Cooper, she did None, and I forgot the other. I can't think of the name of the other one she did. And Jordan Peele. Those are the only two I really can think of when you mentioned that. So,
yeah,
like I said, I'm here with you. Going to try to work with you and make this thing happen too, because it's such needed. It's definitely needed. And so that I don't hold you so long, T, to get you up on out of this joint, man. What would be your final word to someone who's actually thinking about trying to get into reality TV? What advice would you give them to get started?
Well, so with there's two approaches, okay? Because some reality TV, which being most, everybody, this is my youngest brother there.
What's that?
So
What's up?
With reality TV, a lot of it is scripted. We're trying to set a whole new niche by being 100% completely non-scripted. And
right.
That's what really brings the challenge, because my thing is, so this is how it goes. I'll say, all right, Lamont, this weekend we're going to be down in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be staying here. They got these events going. We'll participate in this. We bring in the whole crew, and that's it. That everybody know. Everything else is just done right there. So you guys are getting it just as it happens. Like in tonight's episode, we was vandalized by thugs or whatever while we was down at ATL, and they broke the windows and stuff out of our truck.
Wow. That's on tonight's episode?
Yeah.
So tell the people where they can stream it at. So you can go to Indie Soup and stream it, but there's different places where Indie Soup streams. I think you said it streams on Twitch, Roku. Where else can they go and watch it?
Yeah, so if you have a Roku device, it's just like adding an app to your Roku device. Just hit the search bar, type in Indie Soup Media, boom, there you have it. Twitch is the same way. Twitch is on practically all devices, I believe. Apple TV, Fire Stick, Nvidia Shield, whatever it is you streaming on, as well as straight to smart TVs. I have 3 different smart TVs in my home, and I can download Twitch to all of them. And so it's just a matter of downloading the Twitch app and then strictly typing in Indie Soup Media. And you can also watch it live from our 313verseverybody.com webpage. Just tap the media tab, scroll down to where it says watch us live, click that button, and you'll be able to watch it. And we air every Thursday nights at 8 p.m. and every Friday nights at 9 p.m.
Wow. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I have all the links in the video description, and I will also pin those same links in the top of the chat. T-Streams, time is money. I know you're a busy dude. You're running life. You got more jobs than Shannon Sharp do, so I know it was hard to get you in here to do this interview. I just want to say thank you, and thank you for continuing to be my brother and uplift me and allow me to be a part of your life. And audience, check this brother out.
Dude. You a blessing to me, my man. We've been writing this thing out for a long time now, bro. And
yeah,
this year, next year, it's time to all that stuff that we was talking in the past. We seeing these things manifest right before our eyes. I remember, doing those, power reviews and stuff back in the day, and we was like, man, we gonna do this and we gonna do that, and now you got a few shorts and stuff and a documentary up under your belt. Hell, I got 6 movies up under my belt now. Now I'm doing a TV series now. Whew, dude, that's so freaking draining.
It is, man. Like when both of us have been the type of cats that when we put our mind to something, folks, we're gonna get this thing done. Sure. And we do chat with each other every month, but then we'd have these kind of like every 6 months sit downs and talks. And I'll go, my wife is from Detroit, so I'll go visit him, and I'll lay out to him what I'm planning to do, like over the course of a year, how I'm gonna get there. I know he'd be laughing like, this dude, he think he worked for the government. He lay out a plan on everything. I'll just lay it out for like, dude, this is how I'm gonna do it. This is what I'm doing. I told him that I had to come back home and work on getting my 6-pack back. That was part of my plan this year.
Man. Dude, I've been hiding a lot up under these sweaters, man. Cause we have our official release gala Saturday, but despite that, we need to get together because I want to bring the show down there to where you are, man.
Come on down.
There's a lot of stuff going down there in the Carolinas.
Come on down. We got Charlotte, we got Raleigh, we got Winston and Greensboro. You got J. Cole Fest is in Raleigh coming real soon. It's all kinds of stuff going on down here. And then y'all will get a chance to see me, my wife, and my little rugrats on this show.
Yeah, if there's anything that we can probably set up, like maybe sometime after July 4th.
Okay.
But before August, that'll be perfect.
Yeah. Oh, let me write that down. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make this happen. Y'all going to mess around, see your brother on the show. T-Streams, I appreciate you, brother. You get the Hollywood clap as we get out of here, just like you about to win this Oscar. Don't be surprised when y'all see this brother getting that Oscar, ladies and gentlemen, or that TV Emmy. Post your comments, ladies and gentlemen. All the links will be in the video description. Go check my man out. We are out of here. Don't forget to like the video. Check out Indie Soup. Check out my man T-Streams. And go check out 313 versus Everybody. Till that next Sex is Hell video. Peace.
Appreciate it.